live and direct on Twitch, and then live and direct on other social media platforms. This evening, we have come to start the exposition of the biggest fraud in human history. Biggest fraud. Fraud against 2 million Nigerians. Fraud against state. Fraud against the sovereign state, as they call it. Fraud against one of the most educated people, not just in Africa, but in the world. Fraud against the so-called Africa's most populous country. The man in Aso Rock, unmasking the man in Aso Rock. Some of you may have understood, and you remember that our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has been lamenting about the identity of the man in Aso Rock. Today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in Nigeria. He's in Nigeria. They abducted him. Extraordinary rendition. They kidnapped him, and he is now in their hands. Now it is time for every Nigerian, those of you who believe you are a Nigerian, those of you who are claiming Nigeria, those of you who want one Nigeria, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has made this claim. It is time you prove him wrong. He is now in Nigeria. We want to know whether the man in Aso Rock is dead or not dead. Whether the man in Aso Rock is Buhari or not Buhari. And if that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is now in Nigeria, and all of a sudden, the Nigerian government are mute. Lai Mohammed is not talking. Nobody is challenging him that, hey, we have captured you now. Come and prove to us that Buhari is dead. You claim Buhari is dead. Now we are beginning to unmask the man in Aso Rock. And we are starting it this night. We want the Fulani government of Nigeria to challenge Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We want an open debate. We want the Nigeria people, those of you who claim you are sensible, we want you to begin to put pressure on the government of Nigeria. They could not even allow him to sign the consent. They could not allow him to sign consent. These are people, bunch of ignorant people, claiming, let him come to Nigeria and say it now. Let him come to Nigeria. Let him come to Nigeria and say it now. Let him come to Nigeria and say it now. Let him come to Nigeria and say it. Let him come to Nigeria and say it. You see, he is now in Nigeria. He is now in Nigeria. Well, I'm reading some comment that came in. Anyway, I'm going to read that later on from a brother. Now, let me make it very clear. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is now in Nigeria. And we want the Nigeria government to include the issue of Buhari in whatever they want to challenge him with. If they claim that Buhari is alive, it is time for them. It is time for them to prove Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the entire IPOB family, the entire Biafrans, time to prove them wrong. Time to prove the entire world wrong. You see, they think that we are going to, you know, get distracted with all this story flying from left and right and center and all that. They are now none of them are they are no longer talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is making bogus claim. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is lying. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing this. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing that. None of the Buhari or the presidency family have now come out to say, you are now in Nigeria. You are going to prove to us that allegation that Buhari is dead. So we want to remind them. And I am going to lay the foundation this evening. The foundation where this new exposition and the new pressure is going to come from. And I want, if you are watching me this evening and you are close to Obasanjo, this particular broadcast is for Obasanjo. For Obasanjo. We want Obasanjo to use his power as ex-president. It is not enough that he come to say, how can Buhari die and they are not aware? How can Buhari die and they are not aware? How can Buhari die and they are not aware? And that is the defense of Obasanjo. So this evening I have come to begin to tear the remaining rubber that is left. I have come to tear the remaining rubber. The table of Aso Rock, the table of the fake man in Aso Rock, we are going to start to scatter it this evening. And I'm going to make a very simple thing. Very, very simple. Very, very simple thing. I want you to listen and listen very attentively and watch what I am about to do this evening to expose the biggest fraud in human history, the unmasking of the man in Aso Rock. One moment. Prince Chooks, Tagbo, I'm gonna, you know, this is, we are not yet allowing people to come to the backstage. So if you could just go away, and when I share the link and announce people to come in, you can then come in. Thank you. One moment.
Has barely improved, and we're losing foreign direct investment to our neighbors such as Ghana. What can you do to make Nigeria a more competitive and more attractive destination for foreign?
I want you all to understand what is going on here.
Has barely improved, and we're losing foreign direct investment to our neighbors such as Ghana. What can you do to make Nigeria a more competitive and more attractive destination for foreign direct investment?
Well, this question was answered when there was an answer. You remember the young people who wanted to march here and remove me when they checked that answers. And my answer to that, I got the members of the Executive Council. As you could recall, by the Constitution, there must be a member of Executive Council from each state. That is the Constitution. Every state must be represented. So I got them on a Wednesday. I said they should go, each one should go to his state, speak to the governor, speak to the traditional leaders, speak to the business people, and speak to the, especially, and tell them that the federal government, no more vacancy, is full. Go to any state governor and ask him now to give you a contract or to give you a job. He will tell you there is no vacancy. The same thing with local government. So you may have a good degree, but you may die without having a job. Why? Because
you people understand what this man, what this imposter, what this ghost was talking about? Do you know what they asked him? They asked him what can he do to improve the foreign direct investment. I want us to go back to that video again. And this evening, I am going to ask Obasanjo to prove to Nigerians that this man is Buhari. I want to ask Obasanjo whether this man is the Buhari he know. Whether the Buhari he know don't understand what is foreign direct investment. So Obasanjo should allow himself. Obasanjo should come out publicly to tell Nigerians that this man who spoke here, this man he just listened to now, is the Buhari that he know. Is the Buhari that he fought Biafra, Nigeria war with. Is the Buhari who facilitated his going to prison. Whether this man is the Buhari that worked very closely with Abacha to loot Nigeria dry. So the question is going to Obasanjo and every Nigerian. In fact, the question is to presidency. Remember, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is now in Nigeria. So we are waiting and expecting the federal government of Nigeria to take that allegation up. So that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will give them his own condition. Because he is the one making the accusation. So it is not in your, it is going to be, he is going to set the pace. Thank you very much, Kizito Frank, Jarlene, for that super chat. Thank you for supporting the page. So we want to see, we want the presidency of Nigeria to come and tell us, why are they no longer talking? Why is Lai Mohammed not commenting anymore? That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is accusing the presidency, is accusing the president, is blackmailing the president, that the president is dead. We want Obasanjo to come and tell us what conviction, what is giving him that conviction that how can Buhari die and they are not aware. Thank you, Nwa Uba Diego, for that super chat. Thank you for supporting the page. The super chat on this page is a moving train. Nobody can stop. Thank you very much for that. Thank you for supporting the page. Now, so we have decided that from today, we are going to start, because our leader is not here to speak. We'll be speaking for him. We'll be speaking for him. We are going to be hitting this Buhari is dead until they are going to prove to the world through the man they have captured in DSS camp So we are now reawakening the call that Buhari is dead. And I'm going to prove it to you this evening. I'm going to prove to you that actually the man in Aso Rock is not Buhari. And I want anybody who want to think that the man in Aso Rock is Buhari, we have set out our condition for you to convince us. So if the presidency of Nigeria meet this condition, even our own leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, say he is going to abandon Biafra. He's going to abandon Biafra struggle. And the point is that you don't know the level of impunity. This is the biggest fraud in human history. Let me tell you, for those of you who may think that, okay, let us see, how can this man die? You people are just making noise. The point here is, what you don't know is this. For those who say Buhari is dementia, the man is alive, that he is dementia, let me ask you, let me just make it very clear. There is a medical report under international law, under law of any nation. When a doctor, medical practitioners declared somebody incapacitated under so many international instruments, under so many laws, you don't have the right anymore to hold public office. In fact, in some of the countries of the world, in Western world, when doctor declare you or pronounce you incapacitated, you will be appointed a guardian. You will be appointed a guardian. And other so many instruments of law, you are no longer qualified to hold any political office. So, you know, I am coming from two angles. I am coming this evening from two perspectives. The first perspective is the perspective of our leader, which we believe, which is that the Buhari is dead. The second perspective is the perspective of those who claim that he is alive, but maybe he has some brain damage or from dementia. So I am going to nail you from these two angles. If Buhari is dead, who is in Aso Rock? And if we claim that he's alive, only that they have dementia, under which law will somebody who is brain dead, confirmed by a doctor, will have the power and the capacity to come and rule a country of 200 million? And you have professors telling you, oh, he is only brain dead. Oh, don't mind those people saying he's dead. They only have surgery. So the surgery affected his brain. So the brain is not functional. Can we then have the doctor's report from the United Kingdom about his health status? So remember, I am coming from two different perspectives. Why I like repeating things is that I want it to sink into the head of everybody watching me here, irrespective of your level of understanding. Those who have a very bright and very fast IQ, it is enough. I just mentioned it once, bam, you pass. But because of the level of reasoning of average Nigerian, God prepared me to be repeating it. When I want to make broadcasts, I will repeat it until everybody understands where I'm coming from. So let me repeat it again. I said, I am coming from two different perspectives. The one perspective is the perspective from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which me, Simon Ekpa, an oath member of IPOB. I am an oath member of IPOB. For those who do not know, an oath member of IPOB, I believe that Buhari is dead until they prove otherwise. Now, to those who will always come and attack Mazinam Dekano, why are you don't have any other thing to say, always Buhari is dead, always Buhari is dead. That what happened to Buhari is just he has brain surgery, and for that it affected his brain. And I'm telling you now that under so many international instruments, under so many national laws, anybody that doctor declared incapacitated will not have the right to govern or even take any public position. So if Buhari, from that your perspective, is alive, and you say it's because of just brain problem, do you think that the doctors in the United Kingdom has issued a statement of what is the status of his health? Do you think there is a statement somewhere that you are not aware of? Do you think that a statement have said that this man, Buhari, after undergoing this surgery, has become incapacitated to hold any public office? Are you aware of that? If you are not aware of that, now I want you to begin to ask question. Ask question. If you yourself identify the fact that the man speaking to you is Buhari, but he have just brain problem. Brain problem is not just. We are talking about people. We are talking about 2 million people. We are talking about Africa's most populous country. We are talking about leading a nation. So brain problem is not just, it's not a just. So if that is the case, the doctor report ought, and I believe must have said that this man is not capable of leading a nation or holding a public office. Now, why is Obasanjo only interested in whether the man is dead and they will not come and tell us? Doesn't Obasanjo know there is law that prohibits people that are dementia, prohibit people that have brain problems not to hold public offices? Don't Obasanjo know there are laws who makes even it possible for somebody like this man, if he is Buhari and have brain problem, for a legal guardian to be assigned to him, who will be making decisions on his behalf? Is Obasanjo not aware of that? He is a PhD holder. But of course, we know PhD holder does not mean you know something. Does not mean you are very conversant with all these laws. But at least somebody who have been in position of president ought to have known the norms that guide public office holders, especially when it comes to their health. When it comes to their health, when doctor pronounce you incapacitated, automatically you are not allowed by any law to hold any public office. And what is going to happen to you is that you are going to be assigned a legal guardian at your old age to begin to make decisions on your behalf, to begin to sign documents for you, for your best interest. You have legal guardians that will be assigned to you by the state. That is in a country where, where there are laws and all that. So I hope you understand from these two perspectives. He is dead and he is brain dead. Now,